Hi everyone, it's Francine from The Wired Knot, and I'm going to be showing you how I made these half-inch swirl links. You can see that. I'm using 1 7/8 inch of 20 gauge copper wire, and I start out by putting a small loop on both ends of the wire in opposite directions, like that. And then you take your flush cutters, and you're going to be cutting. This inside at an angle, so when you continue making this loop, it forms a circle as it sits on the wire, instead of the donut shape if you cut it straight across. And I don't know what that angle is. It's just you have to kind of experiment with it a little bit. So let me finish making these loops like that. Actually, I didn't cut this one right. I gotta redo that one a little bit. And like that. And the next step is you just hold it with one hand, and with the pliers with the other hand, grip it right about there. I don't know if you can see that. But using your wrist and the pliers, start bending the wire to curve it. And start out by making a pretty big curve on the wire, and then slowly start turning the wire, and then bring it around, twisting your wrist with the pliers to form that loop right there. Once I get it to about this point, I use my wrist and I do a couple quick little twists like this with my wrist, and it kind of seats that small loop right where I want it. I want that loop sitting on that wire right there, that small inner loop. And then we're going to turn it around and we're going to do the same thing on this side, but you got to hold on to this loop so you don't, so it doesn't get twisted out of shape as you're making this one. So you're going to bring this around the same way. And you have to keep readjusting your pliers and get it to about there. Then I give it a couple little twists in my wrists, and the bottom loop did come undone a little bit, so you just got to readjust it and just come back in here and rock that back into place. And that's how you get it like that. And then all I did was hammer it a couple times on each side, and then just readjust the loop, because hammering it will distort it a little bit, as you know. And one thing too is when you're bending your loops, when you're holding it by the inner loop, try not to give it a death grip, because you're going to get a little kink in the loop right here, and that doesn't get hammered out. That stays there. And I kept doing that, and I had to force myself to go easier with my pliers. I'm still a little heavy-handed, and I'm still learning to be a little gentler. But that's how I make those half-inch swirl links. Thanks for watching.